Okay? I want you to think about any experience in your life, recent, that you're struggling with. Okay, so in other words, another way of saying it is, what's the trial that Allah gave you? What's a recent trial? Okay? And I'll check in with a couple of you. Hafiz, what's your trial? I mean, if you don't want to share it, just say pass, because then I'm in private. What would be your trial?
It's that person in my life who's intimidating to me, and as I looked at it, the person looked like a big sailor with tattoos coming toward me.
Okay, so there's a person in your life that intimidates you, and when you look at them, the image of a big person with tattoos shows up, and you're afraid of them.
That's it.
Okay, and that's the trial for you, how to deal with big tattooed guys. Okay, all right. Saeed, let's give me one for you.
A manager at work, a woman who has a lot of anger, just bubbles over and it hooks me really strong.
Okay, so you have a manager at work who's very angry, and you get hooked by it. And when you get hooked by it, do you get angry, or do you feel bad, or what happens to you?
Sometimes both. Sort of sometimes a panic of, oh, I did something wrong. Other times, anger back at her, and I keep it inside.
All right, so you have two lessons. Sometimes you get angry and you hold it inside, you don't express it. Other times you feel bad about yourself. Okay.
Usually the feeling bad about myself doesn't last long. I recognize.
You see it.
But the anger is what
So
lasts
you're
a
actually
long time.
struggling with your own anger about wanting the anger you're holding back inside.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. All right, Rivka, give me one for you.
My partner leaving me.
Your partner left you. Okay. And what has that done to you?
It's created a lot of sadness and anger, but mostly sadness.
Mostly sadness. So you're struggling with the grief of your partner leaving. Okay. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at for everybody. So everybody try to find an experience for you that is, these are your Jalal experiences. Allah's giving you Jalal because really Allah wants you to get through it and learn something of value. But what does He want you to learn? Okay. Now, everybody, I want you to, in your mind, to witness, because you have to bring it consciously. You close your eyes, and I want you to witness your experience. In other words, I want you to see it, but I really want you to see it through your heart if you can. In other words, when you look at your partner leaving, there's an image of your partner leaving, and there's sadness connected to it. When you see your boss yelling at you, there's an image of your boss yelling at you, and there's an associated feeling, right? Which is your anger about it. Okay, I want you to find that inside of yourself. Okay, now, I want you to remember, go back, close your eyes, go very deep inside. When was the first time that you experienced something like this? Like, was there a time where you got left before your partner left you?
My father.
When your father left you. Okay, beautiful. So I want you to go back to the time your father left you. Because the outer experience is triggering the inner. Okay, Saeed, when was the first time somebody yelled at you and you felt angry about it?
Definitely go back to my mom when I was a little kid, but also two wives like this, and other women along the way, previous bosses, but my mom was the first.
Okay, so bottom line for you, it's a chain of women being angry that had started with your mom and ended up in your marriages and now your boss.
Strong women, yeah.
Strong, angry course I eat. Okay. All right, so go back to your mom, because you always got to go to the deepest experience, and I want you to remember the time your mom was most angry at you and the time you were most helpless. And Rivka, I want you to remember the time you were most hurt by your father leaving. And Hafiz, when was the first time you got frightened by somebody like that? Okay, everybody go inside the first experience. When was the first experience you had as a child that you're holding deep in your subconscious memory? Now, listen closely. This experience that you have not completed, in other words, the anger at your mom, the hurt with your dad, the fear of whoever it was, whatever you're holding is defining your life today. It's affecting you every day. It's affecting you every day, and in some way, it's keeping you from God, from the light. Okay. Now, how does this experience keep you from knowing Allah? How does it block you from knowing Allah? Take a close look. How does it block? Okay. Rivka, how does it block you?
I have unworthiness that is there because I felt my father never loved me.
Okay, because my father never loved me, I feel unworthy of being in Allah's presence. Okay, Hafiz, how about you?
A sense that in a deep way, I've compromised my sense of free will. I can't just boldly move forward in certain places.
Okay, so I live my life in a sense of intimidation, and therefore I don't have freedom, and I live in a life, and so I don't feel free to go to Allah. Or how does it relate to Allah?
Yeah, we can relate to a lot in terms of, I'm going to Allah no matter what. That would be the freedom.
I see, I would go to Allah no matter what, that would be the freedom, but I don't have that freedom because I'm intimidated. So I can't really go fully to Allah. Good. See how it works, everybody? How does your image affect your relationship to Allah? Because the way it affects your relationship to Allah is the teaching that Allah is trying to give you through the experience. Okay? So say, how is it blocking you?
Sorry?
Yes.
A number of ways. One is when I get angry in response and I'm not, and I'm staying polite, I'm not bursting it out. It just stews inside me for a long time, and also, and I just lose connection with Allah. I become like this little person instead of connected to Allah at all.
Yes.
Secondly, and the same kind of reaction when the manager fights with somebody else and there might turn into a real fight, then I kind of like, I don't know what to, I want to help, but I don't know what to do, and I kind of shrink up again.
Okay,
So I like just
you
lose all
shrink,
connection
and
with
that
Allah.
shrinking keeps you from being in Allah's light.
Yes, because I have very, very limited set of options what to do. I can't, you know, exactly.
Exactly. Okay, so everybody take a look, take a close look inside. Your experience is somehow veiling you from knowing the law. You see, it's a veiling. It keeps you from the law in some way. But it's hidden in your subconscious because, look, my partner left me, but it's really about my incompletion with my dad, but it's really about the fact that I feel unworthy of coming to Allah. What's the real teaching here? Is the unworthiness of being in Allah's presence. That's the quality. Al-Ghani, to be innerly rich, Ash-Shakur, to be appreciative. It's the inner teaching that she has to find. Okay. Now, whether you realize it or not, everybody has a set of core experiences, very primal experiences that essentially dominate their inner reality. These core experiences are what's keeping you stuck and why you're not moving forward. But because they're hidden in the subconscious, you mostly don't know it. And therefore, the only way Allah can get you to experience them is through triggering you through an outer expression or mirror, such as a boss or a partner or a tattooed guy, to remind you that deep inside you feel intimidated and sad and angry and helpless. He's trying to show you, because that's how law works. He gives you trial mirrors to reveal to you what is happening in your subconscious. Okay? So, what do you have to learn, everybody? In this particular case, what is your teaching? What do you have to learn from this experience? What is your teaching? Take a look. What do you need to learn? Stuff. Okay, now whatever you have to learn, the full expression of it is the divine name. The full expression of it is the name that carries that teaching. So the way you heal is by finding the teaching, finding the associated name, reciting the name, and learning this, the essential pattern of that name and embodying it. That's how you heal. If you find the right teaching, most diseases disappear. Sometimes diseases are consisting of many teachings, and not just one that can be totally. So, Hafiz, what's your teaching?
My soul's connection to God's reality, there's enormous strength in it. Sitting and sitting and sitting in that place until it becomes known.
So you're needing strength. It's really about a form of strength. Okay? And, so,
Trust.
and trust. So it's Wakil and one of the strength qualities. Aziz, Jabbar, Mateen, Qawi. Generally one of those. So for you, I think it's probably Qawi. But you have to look at which quality is this and then find that strength. That's going to be work, okay? Rivka, what's for you?
It's to go to God directly instead of to look for approval from others.
So which quality would embody that for you?
Ali.
Okay, well, beautiful. Ali, very good. And also maybe Sama, the eternal trusting of God's expression and knowledge and creation, his abilities. Okay. Saeed, what about you?
Mostly for me, it's the being able to contain the person who's angry, whether it's my previous wife or in those times, or manager now. So in terms of quality, Kawi, I mean, definitely inner strength would help that. Then I'm not so affected.
Okay, so you need more strength because when they get angry, you collapse. So
Right.
Kawi gives you more inner strength. So you might need Kawi to be stronger. And then once you have the strength, you don't want to strike out and attack them. So you might need Rauf or Halim or, yes, you know.
Like to be able to contain the person.
Yeah,
Rauf is, again,
gentleness. Halim is a form of it too, it's clemency, but it's gentleness in the face of, you know, having been wronged. Rauf is a more consistent form of gentleness. Okay, is everybody understanding how it works? So you find your own quality, you have to find it yourself. And then it's not that you just find it, then you have to recite it. You have to recite Ya Allah Ya Ali, Ya Allah Ya Qawi, Ya Allah Ya whatever it was, Kareem, and then the final piece is that you've got to walk through the inner world so that inside of yourself you're no longer carrying the images of your dad leaving you. And you're no longer carrying the images of your mother and your wives and everybody, dominating you, and you feel weak and collapsing in their presence. It's like you have to overcome that inside, because when you overcome it inside, you will never have to deal with it on the outside again. It just goes away. There's no need for it anymore.
to me, it's really clear that Allah is sending me this lesson. I couldn't contain my previous wife, so he's sending me a little easier one with my boss. Just that so I only have to work with 8 hours a day, and I can go home and recover.
Exactly. See, Allah is a wily teacher. And Allah is a wily teacher. He's what?
Next one will be a part-time job.
What do you say? A part-time job, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, that's how Allah works. Allah is so wise. But remember, at the end of the day, what He really wants is for you to know Him. And to know Him means that you know Qawi, because that's one of His nature. And you know Ali, and that's one of His nature. And He wants you to know Him by knowing Ali, by knowing Qawi. And you say, well, I know you a lot. I read about you in Google. I know you exist. You know that Allah exists. You learn about Him, but you don't know His Qawi. Right? You don't know the Qawi. You don't really know His Ali. You don't really know His Ghafur. You know it, you read about it, but you can't practice it. Right? That's what He wants from you. He wants you to know Him. Knowing Him means to know His nature, His qualities, and His reality. And that's what Sufism is. It's the knowing of the pure nature of God through our experience of life. Okay? Okay, alhamdulillah. So thank you all very much. If any of you, by the way, are interested in deepening this learning, I do have a program happening. You can pick up a flyer here, which you can look at. It's more of an advanced teaching. If you like to learn the basics of these teachings, the best thing for you to do, honestly, would be to attend university. University of Spiritual Healing and Sufism will help you to learn these foundational teachings. And the community, the job of the community here is to help create a sort of a ship of safety to allow you to walk through the teachings with containment. So when you get in trouble, you have people to turn to and support. You have friends, it makes it a lot easier. you know, there's teachings. And then as you go deeper, as you start to reach and enter into these higher stations, and you really want to learn to cross the soul, then if you want, you can consider this advanced Sufi walking program that I have coming up. You can think about something like that. And there are other programs as well that are available through the university, through the different things. So that's what's available for you, and I hope you've taken something deep out of here. And the most deep thing is that Allah wants you to know Him, Allah loves you, and that every single experience is for you to learn to know Him. That's all that's going on here. And the minute you get it, the experience usually goes away. It disappears. It's unbelievable. Okay, thank you all very much. It's fun.
Thank you.